Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we've got another unboxing and overview video for you. Today we're going to be unboxing the Kobalt Router Table Combo Kit. So, like our other unboxing videos, we're just going to open it up and see how much it's going to take to put it together and go from there. Looks like this one is going to come in a few more pieces than some of the other things we put together. Here's the legs for the table. And there's the table itself, which is really nice. I believe this is cast aluminum, but it's not like the cheap plastic like a lot of the other router tables are. Alright, and here's the workhorse right there. Oh wow, that's a pretty nice router. I wish Kobalt made a plunge for their router, but that's all right. This is pretty nice as far as routers go. However, it is just on and off, and it doesn't appear to have variable speed, but that's not necessarily needed with just the table. So looks like there's only about 5 pieces here. Let's see how much it's going to take to get it together. Looks like we got 2 boxes of hardware inside. Starting with a little power supply. It's got 2 plugs on it, which is interesting. And you have your on and off toggle. Then inside box number 2, you have a couple of feather boards. Seem like pretty nice feather boards. A miter angle there. You know, my miter gauge on the Kobalt table saw is pretty loose as well. This actually feels a little tighter than the one that's on the miter saw, but I did get a helpful tip from a commenter on YouTube that you can just simply put some metal tape along the sides to snug it up. So that's probably what I'll do with this and with the one on the table saw as well. So then you've got your different spacers. For the table itself, for your different bit sizes. I don't know. They're kind of plastic. I mean, they're plastic, and they're not zero clearance. So they all appear to be the same thickness to me, so I don't think any of these are going to be zero clearance. So if you want a zero clearance, you're going to have to make that yourself. And if you're going to use the router outside the table, I believe this is for, yeah, this is for an edge cut. It's an edge guide, which is pretty neat. I'm kind of curious to see if this works with my other router, my Bosch router, and if it does, then I won't have to buy one for that, or I'll be using this Kobalt router for a future project. But my goal is to keep this router attached to this table and use my Bosch router for everything else. But I do like that edge guide. That's nice. And it's nice for them to include it, considering this is a table kit and not a actual routing kit. Handheld router kit. Although, okay. Well, we're gonna put this thing together real quick, and we'll be back when we're done. Alright, welcome back. As you can see, it's all put together. Took me quite some time to do it, but that was just me not paying attention to instructions and trying to rush. And I don't know if you've seen in the hyperlapse or not, I took some time familiarizing myself with the equipment. So, as I showed you earlier, you get the edge guide, and it also came with a 1/4 inch collet, which I already installed. One thing I didn't quite figure out is this starter pin. It goes right here, but I don't know what it does, unless it's maybe you set it here when you're doing outside work. I'll try that. You know, maybe that's what it's for. Or I tried squaring up the fence to it, but it squares it up at like a 1/4 of an inch. It was either a 1/4 or 1/2 of an inch. I'm not sure. Maybe you just put it on there to start your work. You've got a nice little dust collection hood right here, if you choose to use that. And then you've also, if you take the router off and use it, you have a nice little dust collection mount there. You can't put this on here and still use it as it's intended, because here you have a spot right here you can drop this wrench, and once you unlock it under here, we're just going to unplug it real quick. You drop that wrench in there, and you can raise and lower your bit, which I thought was pretty neat. You got your 2 feather boards. You've got 3 of these inserts, tabletop inserts, and you've got your wrench to switch your bits in and out, and you can raise this all the way up, and you only need this one wrench because it has a push button on the back of the router right here that locks the bottom up. And here, I'll just show that to you real quick. These are kind of a pain to get out, so let me show you that. You just put your wrench in and raise it about your far up, and then you get this little push button so it locks your bottom up here, and then you can use this wrench to loosen and tighten, which is great. I love that. That is just awesome. You put your insert plate back in, and lower it back down, and lock it back in place. You get a little Allen wrench with a Phillips head on it to work all these different screws and to tighten the legs down on the table. And then this is your adjuster key. And then you have this wrench. And the only thing that I don't like about it is that you don't have onboard storage for these or your insert plates. Other than that, I really like it. It's a nice smooth surface, and we're going to go ahead and plug it in for you and fire it up. This does not have an adjustable speed, and it looks like I unplugged it from under here as well. Not sure when or why I did that. What's nice about the switch though is it does have a double plug on there, so you could connect your shop vac or something to it, and your shop vac would turn on at the same time you turn it on. It is not variable speed, so it comes on full power and it is loud. But let me grab a piece of scrap here and we'll give it a little test. Alright, as you can see on our scrap here, it did its work. It come on full power and cut it good. I mean, those aren't the most expensive bits in the world, but it did its job. I like it. And it's not bolted down, but it wasn't moving around on me either, which I'm really surprised with these plastic legs. And yeah, I am actually really surprised at these plastic legs, how sturdy that is. I intended on using it as is for now, and then eventually building this into a table or a cabinet, but I believe it's going to work just fine as is for the meantime until we get to that, because we've got so many other things we need to build, such as an actual miter saw table and a rail workbench and a cabinet for the bandsaw, but for now it's going to work good, and we're going to be able to start on some projects. But there you go. There's a quick unboxing and overview of the Kobalt router combo set, and I can't review it without extensive testing, but from what I just did and the functionality of it, I can say that I'm gonna really enjoy it. So that's it for tonight. If you guys have any questions about this or anything else, leave them down in the comment section, or follow me over to my Facebook page and chat with me there. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good evening.